You might think that you're just being humble or realistic, but in reality, you're shrinking yourself, you're depreciating yourself. Now, low self-esteem hides behind fake confidence, it hides behind overthinking, it hides behind people-pleasing, and it hides behind playing small. And if you don't fix it, if you don't allow yourself to acknowledge who you are and raise your self-esteem, every area of your life is going to suffer, and you will sabotage your success, and you will sabotage your relationships, and life will not be very fun for you. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix low self-esteem and how to improve yours. Hey guys, it's Brendan, and self-esteem is such a big one. So many people have a lack of self-esteem, and it's really unfortunate because there's no reason to. It's just really a program. And I'm going to talk about in this video the hidden signs of a low self-esteem, also where it comes from, and also the big thing, the thing you've been waiting for. So stay to the end to that, because I'll say it there, of how to fix it, how to improve and raise your self-esteem. And so the first thing I want to talk about is the hidden signs of low self-esteem. Constant negative self-talk, struggling to accept compliments, saying yes when you really want to say no, comparing yourself to others. Those are all very common things of a low self-esteem, which kind of can flow under the radar sometimes. Negative self-talk, we think that's running around. Most people just think we've got a lot of negativity, but really that's a low self-esteem. Not willing or not able to expect compliments and accept them, that's a sign of low self-esteem. Saying yes all the time when you really want to say no, people think it's just a people-pleasing behavior, but really that's a low self-esteem behavior. We just don't understand this. So all the self-esteem is driving all those. Now, I used to be the same. I used to always not be able to handle a compliment. People would say, well done for this, or good job on this, or they'd give me some kind of compliment, and I'd always deflect. I'd dismiss it and be like, try and give them one back. And what I learned is not only did I not allow myself to receive that compliment, but I also stopped the other person who wanted to give the compliment to me from giving it. There's joy in giving a compliment, saying, well done, you did awesome. I was taking away from that person by me not accepting it and trying to push it back. It's like if you're trying to give something to someone and they're trying to go, no, I don't want it, but here, take this. It takes away that from that person giving. So not only are we accepting it, but also we're giving it. And so now if someone gives me a compliment, I just simply say thank you. I'm like, thank you. And that's one of the best things you can do to start unconsciously valuing yourself. If someone says something good to you, just say thank you, that's it. It may be very uncomfortable to start with, but the more that you do that, the more that you just start going, well, I'm worthy of that compliment, I don't have to dismiss it. So many people go, thank you, but you did this. And whatever you say before the word but, just is irrelevant. So pretty much what you're saying and signaling to yourself is, that's irrelevant. But here's this, good job on that. But you're just forgetting and becoming irrelevant of whatever it is that they said and the compliment they gave you, which is really, really bad for your self-esteem. So most men don't really realize that some of those things that I just mentioned are all silent killers of confidence. Now, Maxwell Maltz said, low self-esteem is like driving through life with your hands on the brake. And this is why so many people just keep running around like they're on the hamster wheel, because they don't value themselves. They don't have a high self-esteem of themselves. And that's why it's so important to continue through this video and get to the fix and start improving your self-esteem. So why do we even have self-esteem? Where does it come from? To give you a little example and a little story, when I was younger, I used to always hear, you should be ashamed of yourself. And it wasn't until I went back and reprogrammed my mind, because at a young age, we absorb things in. Think about it like this, if someone said, you should be ashamed of yourself, that's no different to someone saying, your name is this. Because we just absorb information in our first 7 to 10 years of our life. We're programmed through that. So it wasn't until I went back and realized that there's this time where someone said that, and then I picked that belief on, and I was like, well, that must be who I am now, like my name. And I was like, well, I have a low self-esteem. I should be ashamed of myself, because that's what shame is, right? You're depreciating yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's not a trait of someone who has high self-esteem. And what I learned is Self-esteem isn't random. Like, you know, it's not something that some people have, some people don't have. It's programmed. It's literally a program. Now, unless your parents were Mr. and Mrs. Buddha, which I don't think they were, then we've got some things to let go on, and probably they haven't helped us become better in our programming. One, because they probably didn't know how important it is, and two, doesn't matter how good our parents are, we take reality the way we want to and the way we need to. So it's really important to understand that it's just a program. You have high self-esteem, you are worth it, because you wouldn't be here otherwise. So you have it all. It's just all of the criticism that you've had in childhood, the past failures, the rejection, not having solid role models can be a big problem. And it all just plants a little seed, and then that seed grows because we water it consciously and unconsciously. But the truth is, what got installed can be rewired and reprogrammed. Now, Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Think about that. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So at some level, you'd have allowed someone else, because if you truly value yourself, you wouldn't put yourself in that situation. So if your external world is showing you some situations where you have a lack of self-esteem, don't worry about the external world. Fix whatever's inside of you. And I say fix lightly, there's nothing wrong with you, but fix whatever's inside of you. So then when you value yourself more, when you hold yourself in a higher self-esteem, though you won't put yourself in those situations, people won't react to you like that. So now that we know the hidden signs of it, where it comes from, this leads me on to how you can build real self-esteem. Now there's a difference between just saying you have high self-esteem and feeling it. Now, I used to always say, I value myself, I'm worth it, I'm valuable, I have confidence, I have high self-esteem. But it wasn't until I actually did the following things that I'm about to tell you that I actually felt it. There's a difference, as I said, between thinking it and saying it and actually feeling it, like feeling my worth. And a lot of it is coming down to a few key things. And so the first one is keep promises that you make to yourself. Self-trust equals self-worth. Self-worth equals self-esteem. So if you don't trust yourself, and when I say trust yourself, it's by letting yourself down all the time. Like if you had a friend and the friend kept going, yep, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and they kept not doing it, kept breaking the promises to you, even if they were very small, you'd eventually go, I don't trust that person. I don't really value them. I don't really want to hang around with them. But why do we let ourselves do that to ourselves? Because it's a symptom of low self-esteem. So start keeping your word to yourself. And if you can't, start small. You know, like if you were like, right, I'm gonna start doing a workout every single day, and you've never done a workout before, maybe just go, right, I'm gonna start doing it at least once a week, and keep that promise to yourself, rather than letting yourself down. People don't actually realize how important this one point is. If that's all you do, just keep your word to yourself, do what you say you will, so much will change in your life. But the next thing is your critical thinking, the inner critic. It's lying to you. We need to challenge it. The best thing to do is to just become very aware of that little voice that's in your mind. You will become more aware of it if you put more focus on it. You might be doing a task and then there's this little thought in your mind, there's this little thing running around like, I can't do that, or this never gonna work out, or whatever it is. You may see someone who's quite wealthy, you'd be like, I'll never be able to do that. Making money's hard. All those, they're all little beliefs, they're all little things. And the best thing to do is just acknowledge them and to write them down when they come, and then also find how they are untrue, challenge them. Say, how is this untrue? The money's hard to make. How is that untrue? What you search for is what you find. Your RAS, your reticular activating system, literally focuses on what you want it to focus on. So it takes in only 10% of the reality. The rest of the 90%, the answers that you're looking for are in that 90%. You've just got to set your mind off on that task to be able to do that. So challenge your inner critic with the truth. The other thing you need to do is surround yourself with men who lift you up and lift you to higher standards. That's why our brotherhood here is so amazing, because it's like pushing you to the next level constantly. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So many men don't have that. One, most men are lone wolves and they take pride in being a lone wolf, but that seems so inefficient. I always say, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others. I don't know about you, but I want to go far. And so that's why I do it with others. And that's why I'm like, I'm going to take as many people with me as I can. And I'm going to lift everyone else to a higher standard. The more I go to a higher standard, the more everyone else can go underneath me or with me. And then I'm going to keep seeking people who are at a higher standard than me, so then they can pull me up. And it's just that constant thing. Lift others up. And surround yourself with men who are on the same path, who are doing good things, who have high standards, and it will eventually rub off onto you. And the last thing is using the tool like the empowerment grid to reprogram your limiting beliefs and rebuild your self-identity. Now, there's other videos that we've done that you'll be able to see that have the empowerment grid, and I talk you through it, how to do it. You really need to use this on a regular basis and use it on all of the little beliefs that are there. Because if you're not reprogramming your mind, you're getting left behind. Mindset is everything. People don't really understand how much that is important. We literally create our reality. What we see is a reflection of us. Our mind creates reality. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. People like to say, oh yeah, but this, and this, but you're experiencing it, which means you've somehow created it for yourself. You know, create your own economy, create your own systems in your mind, and just put everything else to the side and be like, well, I create this for myself. This is how I live. This is me. Because you can. And you rewire your brain, you rewire your mind. Neuroplasticity, neuroscience shows us that we can actually rewire our brain. We're not stuck the way we are. And the empowerment grid is one of the best daily things that you can do every single day to help with reprogramming your mind. Now, Nathaniel Braden said, self-esteem is a reputation we acquire with ourselves. So you need to give yourself a better reputation, and then your self-esteem is going to grow. And so you weren't born doubting yourself. You weren't born with a low self-esteem. You were conditioned to that. It's just a program. It's just conditioning. So you've got to take the time to take your power back, because when you respect yourself, everyone else around you will respect you too, and the world starts to respect you. When you set higher standards for yourself, then the rest of the world is going to live to those higher standards, the ones who are around you. Otherwise, they're going to fall off. Because if you don't set your own standards, someone else will set them for you. And I don't know about you, but I don't want anyone else setting my standards for my life. And so that is how to go through it. If you have any questions, make sure how to build self-esteem. It's not a quick fix. Like literally, if you were here and you like, well, that seems like work, then you really don't want it. Because if you really wanted it, you would do it. It just takes some time. There's not going to be one thing that you can do that watch one video and all of a sudden have massive self-esteem. You're kidding yourself. You've had years of programming that's got you to this point. It's got to take a little bit of time. A lot of men, unfortunately, they wait, or they think that there's this magic thing, and they think that it's just going to hope, they can hope and pray, and one day they'll just have self-esteem. No, put in the work. It will take 30, 60, 90 days, and your self-esteem will increase if you do something every single day that builds your self-esteem. Just put in those 1%ers every single day, and over time it will make a massive difference, and you look back and you'll be super proud of the person that you see in the mirror. So let me know what your biggest takeaway was in this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment so I can see who you are. If there's anything I can do, I got you back for life. I want to help you. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. You made it to the end of the video, and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's going to completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you, because I know how much that life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button and I'll see you on the other side.